We've been talking about it this week and leading up to this week. The heat, extreme heat, is really hot outside, and I know we focus on a lot of folks who are outside, either working out, walking their pets, or just running day-to-day errands. But there are a lot of folks who live without AC. I mean, it is a terrible situation for those folks to be in, especially in this heat. And right now, North Carolina does not require landlords to provide AC in their rental properties. And it's something for years advocates have pushed for some sort of AC air conditioning mandate. So who we have right now live on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus, we have Charlotte City Council member Dimple Ajmera here on the show. I just talked about it as far as this. North Carolina not requiring landlords to provide AC in their rental properties. Can you talk about some of the local initiatives you guys are doing? I know Mecklenburg County has been out there giving out box fans, but talk about what you guys are doing.
Absolutely, Nick. You are absolutely right. State law currently does not require landlords to provide air conditioning, and that has left so many of our residents suffering in dangerous heat. We are collaborating with the county to provide box fans. CATS, which is the transportation department, they are providing free rides to the cooling facilities. We have strengthened our tree ordinance. We have a goal of 50% tree canopy by 2050. We are doing everything that we can because we know, Nick, that in this extreme heat, air conditioning is not a luxury. It is a matter of life and health. And no one should be forced to suffer in this environment. There is a bill out there, Nick. I'm not sure if you're aware of the bill. Representative Clark's bill is out there that will require every landlord to provide air conditioning in their unit. And I support that bill because it provides every resident in the state to have the basic dignity of a livable home. Nick, as you know, Charlotte has officially become an urban heat island, and some of the extreme heat is concentrated in our most vulnerable neighborhoods that have the least amount of tree canopy.
In that bill you're talking about, House Bill 879, Representative Clark looking to reintroduce that bill next year. Is there anything that could be done on a city level as far as a mandate? Because for folks who don't know, that bill, and as you just mentioned, would require landlords to provide AC. But is there anything to be done on the city level?
Absolutely. So at the local level, as you know, the county is help distribute fans to our seniors, some of our most vulnerable residents. There are cooling centers. CATS is providing free rides. Like I mentioned, we have strengthened our tree ordinance, which would require increased tree protections. We have a preservation requirement for heritage tree in our Unified Development Ordinance that went into effect in 2023, which we did not have in the past. So we are doing everything that we can. But fans are not enough. We need lasting solutions, not just seasonal stopgaps. This is a public health emergency. So let's treat it like one with the urgency and the policy change that it truly demands.
You talked about lasting solutions, and obviously, Representative Clark wants to reintroduce this bill. But on the city level, are there talks about long-term solutions, those lasting solutions on the city and the county level?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, Nick, we are bound by the state law. So we cannot mandate something that is not in state law. What we can do is we can do programming like we are doing. There are cooling centers, that are box fans, distribution efforts underway. So we are doing all that we can. We are expanding tree canopy and cooling center. We are providing free rides. But people need help today, and that starts with air conditioning. And the law needs to catch up with the climate. So until that changes, we are bound as to what we can do at the local level. There are conversations in the Housing and Safety Committee, which I'm part of, about working with landlords to have air conditioning in their units, but it is not a mandate. It is something that we are exploring, that through city funding, they'll be offered air conditioning, but that's not something we can mandate at this point without a state law.
I just want to pull the curtain back for a second. Have you got a chance to speak with residents who are without AC? Can you give us some insight on their stories and what they're dealing with right now?
Absolutely, Nick. So we have talked to residents, thanks to Action NC, Robert Dawkins and his team. They have brought many of these residents to our committee meetings so we can hear firsthand real stories where we are talking about residents, especially seniors that are the most vulnerable, pregnant women, children that are living in extreme heat situation where we do not have in units where we do not have air conditioning. So this can really create public health crisis. That's why it is so important that people make use of the resources that are available, including box fans, cooling centers, and a tree canopy.
On the flip side of that, have you heard from landlords? What is that conversation like? Because obviously you want to help residents who don't have AC, but what are they telling you?
Yeah, so Nick, we also have our NEST committee, which is the committee that advises the council on policy changes. And in NEST committee, we have diverse stakeholders representing the industry, community, nonprofits. So we are actively working with them because we also have to understand the scope and the impact, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that no one is displaced as a result of this mandate. So there is certainly a lot of work that needs to be done to understand the scope that this is going to have an impact on. So the Housing and Safety Committee is charged with that, and we are actively looking at the scope and impact and learning from the industry. But also keep in mind, it is very difficult to assess really the need. I do not know how many units do not currently have air conditioning in rental units, because that's not something that is public information. So it is very difficult for us to really understand the scope. But at the end of the day, if there is a state mandate, that will be a requirement throughout the state, and which gives us additional authority to enforce.
That is Charlotte City Council member Dimple Ajmera. You've been so generous with your time. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for this information.
Absolutely. Nick, thanks for having me.
All right. Again, that's Charlotte City Council member Dimple Ajmera here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. I want to get this information out. Thank you, Carlene, for this. She sent me the link. So Mecklenburg County is helping local seniors, as the Councilwoman just mentioned. Mecklenburg County Parks and Recreation is helping local seniors and adults who receive disability income stay cool this summer by offering free box fans. So fans are available for pickup today, and there's a list of locations. You see it right there on your screen. Thank you, James. Those are the locations right there. Albemarle Road Recreation Center. Am I saying this right, James? The Betty Ray Thomas Recreation Center, David Waymer Recreation Center, Eastway Regional Recreation Center, Mallard Creek Recreational Center, Northern Regional Recreational Center, South View Recreational Center.
That's probably supposed to say sugar.
Sugar Creek Recreation Center, Tyvola Senior Center, and West Charlotte Recreation Center. I thought it was important. I know there's a long list, but I just thought it was important to say that in case something jumps out, you don't see it on your screen, you're doing something else, but you hear that, or you know somebody that needs a box fan. These are the locations where you can pick up.
It seems like there is, you might have to register for one.
Okay,
because there was a registration period.
Yep.
But it's from these 10 locations, like I was going to try and reach out to the Parks and Rec department to see if they're still available. Today is the first day of pickup, so maybe we get an update hopefully this afternoon or tomorrow to see if they're out or they have some still available. I'm sure we can make the registration available on our socials.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Anyone who's looking for this list later, it's available at WCNC.com and on the WCNC mobile app.